Don't forget to check out and grab your copy of our 2 newly released books, Football: A Love Story and What Did Football Teach Me? These books feature over 100 stories from current and former coaches, players, executives, and entertainers from across the football landscape, describing what got them involved in the game, what they love about it, and what life lessons the game taught them. You can find your copy or order your copy from our website at footballgameplan.com/books. Gameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, here with Norman Locke of ESPN 1420 in Lafayette, Louisiana, and we're at Villanova's Pro Day as the Wildcats hold their Pro Day for their pro prospects and some guys from around the area. Now, we're not on the campus of Villanova. We're actually on the campus of Temple University. Due to the weather, we're going to utilize, well, they utilize Temple's indoor football facility. Now, Norman, you're in between Houston, New Orleans, and Dallas. So you got the Saints, you got the Cowboys, you also have the Texans. So who out here today stood out to you the most? And let's try to match fits for these teams. So let's start with the Cowboys. Who would be a good fit for the Cowboys in conjunction with who stood out here well today?
Okay, let's first start that with the Cowboys' biggest need is a quarterback. They don't have a second-string quarterback on the roster. Tony Romo is aging. He's being hurt. And I think John Robinson will make a great pick for them, whether it be in the late rounds, whether it be getting them in training camp. I just think that he has a great chance to be a starter and to take over the Rams as the Dallas Cowboy.
Well, I do think he has NFL game. He's a mobile guy. He got better every year throwing the football. He's coming off an injury. We saw how well he ran today. The shuttle drill, the 40-yard dash, he's back to what we saw him do during the season. He threw the football extremely well. I would also add Ryan O'Malley, the tight end out of Penn. Big physical tight end, 6'5", 260. Physical. You saw him drop not one pass out here.
Passes.
And he also worked out at Temple's Pro Day a couple of weeks ago, didn't drop a ball as well. Why do you think he'll be a good fit for the Cowboys?
I think Jason Witten is getting up in age also. He's very physical. He can block. He can run routes. His speed is very underrated. So I think that he could be the best fit for Tony Romo to take over for Jason Witten, and then hopefully he could play with John Robinson maybe.
Well, hey, that would be a great thing because they have really good chemistry out here today. Looking at the Houston Texans, I think there was a host of guys that would be great fits for the Texans in conjunction with how well they worked out today. You look at a guy in Don Cherry, the Mike linebacker. He played Mike linebacker for Villanova. I think he can play anywhere on a defense. I know they run the 3-4, so he's probably going to be an inside backer, but he performed well. Who else out here stood out to you that you think would be a solid pick for the Texans?
This kid named Gary Underwood, he has extreme quickness. I can't say that he's so fast, but he's extreme quickness. He caught a lot of good balls. He ran a lot of good routes. The scouts had a lot of keen eyes on him. I think he would be a good fit with the Texans with them just releasing Arian Foster.
And he does bring that added value, like you mentioned, of the receiving skills. He's a very underrated runner inside as well. Also like Reggie Parrish. Here's a guy that can actually play outside as an outside linebacker, edge rusher. He had a tremendous career here at Villanova. He has the athleticism. He's about 6'3", 6'4", 260. So he's in that range of what you want to see as an outside edge rusher. He would be a good fit. I also like Anthony Kelly, the receiver, 6'3", 210. Reminds me a lot of Donovan Morgan, who plays for the Los Angeles Kiss of the Arena Football League. A big physical guy with build-up speed, but tremendous hands. Strong route runner and also strong at the catch point. Now, moving to New Orleans, the Saints. They have a ton of needs, both offensively and defensively. Who's one of the guys that stood out here today for you?
Well, the Saints have continuously ranked in the bottom five of the league in defenses. They just cut Brandon Browner, and I think Joey Pham would be a great fit for them. He's a short corner. He's aggressive. He attacks the ball. He has great hands. I think he'll be a perfect fit for that defense.
And Joey Pham is a kid out of Millersville, a Division II program in the PSAC, which is the SEC of Division II, in my opinion. They play strong football in that ranks. In that conference in Pennsylvania. He's an outstanding corner. You mentioned his ball skills. He caught everything a couple of weeks ago here at Temple's Pro Day as well. So very familiar with Pham's game. And Ryan Umpleby is an underrated receiver coming out of Lycoming, a Division III program here in Pennsylvania. So you see a lot of PA products here on display, but Umpleby had a really good day as well.
He had a very good day. He caught a lot of good balls.
And he ran well. He's about a 4 or 5 guy. I've seen him at the Temple Pro Day. I've seen him today here at Villanova. I saw him last month at the Baltimore NFL Regional Combine, and he ran well and performed well there. So he's a tremendous player, great athlete, and does a great job in moving the football down the field. He made a lot of big plays, big catches for Lycoming during his career.
His highlight tape is filled with great jump ball catches, and you cannot teach that. That's just something a receiver has to have.
Another player that I thought had a really good day today was Tanner Thaxton, the offensive tackle out of Penn. Once again, I saw him 2 weeks ago, or a couple of weeks ago, at Temple's Pro Day, and when you look at what he does on film, a former defensive lineman that has made the transition fully to the offensive tackle position and has done a great job. His tape meshes well with what I saw out here today and what I saw a couple of weeks ago, not only at Temple, but also at the Baltimore Regional Combine. And John Schnarrs, the prolific wide receiver out of East Stroudsburg, only ran a 40-yard dash and participated in the short shuttle drills. But when you look at his game on tape, you just want to see how fluid he is of an athlete. I think he answered some questions today because he ran well and looked very good in the short shuttle drills, like I mentioned before. The thing about these pro days is you see guys that are underrated, undervalued, getting to get in front of scouts and put together impressive performances, which always force the scouts to go back to the tape. So for Norman Locke, I'm Emory Hunt, the czar of the playbook. For more of our pro day and NFL draft coverage, visit our website at footballgameplan.com/draft.